Hi guys, welcome to HIIT Core Yoga. It's Wednesday and we're going to do a Tabata strength and cardio tonight. The Tabata is, I call it a Tabata Plus because we are doing 8 rounds of 20 seconds on but it's going to be 5 seconds rest instead of 10 seconds rest. And then at the end of each Tabata, it's going to be punctuated by a cardio exercise that is about 40 seconds long. So we have 5 rounds of the Tabata. So each round is 4 minutes long. The whole workout will be about 20 minutes for your HIIT portion of the class. And we will start off with yoga and some stretching and end off with yoga and some stretching. So you just need your mat. You can grab a block if you want to, or some kind of stool for one of the exercises in our Tabata, but that's not necessary either. So if you just have a mat, that is cool. And other than that, you just need your water bottle and we'll get started. So come onto your mat and we'll start in child's pose. Bring your knees wide, big toes touching, and stretch forward. Drop your forehead to the floor and sink deep. Breathe deep into your back. Keep your hips pulling back towards your heels. Taking long, deep breaths in and out through the nose here. Begin to lift up just a little bit and then just start to sway the upper body side to side. Let the head hang. All right, and then lift up a little bit higher. Walk over to the left side and bow towards your left knee. Reach back through the heels. Continue pressing your hands into the floor to keep that pull back into your hips. And release over to the other side, right side. And release back to center. Now bring your palms to touch. Bring your forehead to the floor and bend your elbows. Thumbs come to the back of the neck or back to the head. You can walk your elbows more forward and then sink down to feel the stretch into your triceps and lats. One more breath. Inhale, then exhale, release your arms. Let's come on up into tabletop pose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide, round the spine, come into a cat arch. Inhale, release the belly, lift your chin, chest forward, and draw your shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, release. Moving at your own pace here. And slow it down or speed it up. All right, let's move in a circle motion with the body. So pick a direction to move into, bend into your elbows, get your shoulders moving around in circles, and keep the lungs open. So long deep breaths coming in and out. The core is engaged slightly here. So you start to warm up more dynamically through the body. Just kind of moving intuitively here as well. I call this the kind of unkinking pose, where you're just kind of moving from side to side and hunting around to see where you feel tension or tightness, and bringing awareness to your body as you are stretching, warming up. All right, come back to center. Let's go up to down dog next. So walk your hands forward, tuck toes, and lift your hips. Walk it out. Maybe swaying hips from side to side. Okay, so just taking that right leg back, stretch it back, and then release down. And then we're just going to do a walking down dog. So the left leg is going to do the same, reaching back and stepping down. Right leg, reach back, step. Reach back, bring it down. right leg, back, down, and then left, back, down, and then bend just into your right knee. And keep pushing into your hands so you pull that weight back into your heel there, that left side. Bend into your left knee and reach to your right heel. Long through the sides of the body. And then bend both knees, look forward, and then step up to your hands. So at the top of the mat, you're just folding forward here. Kind of relaxing your head. The knees can be bent, and you're just sending lots of breath into your back. All right, back to center. Now let's rise up nice and slowly. Come all the way up to the top, standing and reaching up. Exhale, and then arms down by the side. Sweep up with both arms again. Inhale, exhale, fold forward, come down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up all the way. Stretch up. Bring your hands to your heart. Clasp your fingers here. Press down, and then lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands back behind you. Clasping back behind you. Pull back. Look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up. Arms reach up. Do that cycle again. Exhale, clasp and press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale, lean to your right side with the hands pressed here, clasp and pressed, reaching to the right. Breathing deep. Come back to center and then go over to the left side. And then come back to center. Take the hands back behind you, clasp behind you, step your feet wide and pull back, open the heart, bow forward, bend your knees. Come into a squat and just pull those hips way back. Pull the arms back as well. Really pull back through the knuckles. And standing up, lifting the chest, reaching up, right arm down to the right side. Left arm overhead and left arm down to the left side. Right arm overhead. Over to the other side again. And then over to the left side. Reach up with both arms, fold forward with the legs straight. You can grab onto the backs of the legs here, backs of the ankles, and just draw in. Shift the weight just slightly forward into your toes, and then back into your heels, forward into your toes, back into your heels, and then just find more of a center where you're both balanced into your toes and your heels. Okay, and then as your arms go, roll up the spine. Reach up, deep breath in, and then exhale. Arms down by the side, step your toes out and your heels in. So come down to a squat, reach out through the arms, drop your left forearm down to your left thigh. Reach up with your right arm. Go to the other side. Going down a little bit deeper on the other side now, see if you can touch the floor. So the back of my left arm's pressing into the inner left leg. Hips are pulling back, and then switch sides. And just get it opening with the thigh, getting a squat, getting those hips activated a little bit. And then come back to center, and then stand up all the way. Reach up, exhale, release down. Step to the top of the mat, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor, step right foot back. Drop your right knee to the floor. Reach out through the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. To up dog or cobra, and then come back into down dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down, reaching up through the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back. Left knee down to the floor. Arms reach up. Left hand down to the floor, right arm reaches up. Foot facing the right side. Lift that left knee. knee up off the floor. Activate that leg a little bit more. Reach forward with the right arm. Reach, 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 reaching with the right arm, reaching with the left leg. Reach up. And then bring it down. Step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Do up dog or cobra, and then come back into downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. Right knee to the floor. So if we're starting that crescent lunge, hands to the floor. Lift your back leg up off the floor, then lift that left arm off. So you're facing the left, rotating through the shoulders. Active right leg here, reaching through. Now reach forward with that left arm. Reaching through the right leg, reaching through the left arm. Reaching up. And bring it down. Step back into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. To up dog or cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. Walk it out. Head on the feet out. Looking left, looking right, looking underneath your right armpit. Looking underneath your left armpit. Look forward, step or hop up to the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing here, just that forward fold. One more deep breath in and out. And then slowly rise up and holding just the upward salute here. So take a little bit of a back bend at the top here. If that's too much, or if you feel that in your low back, then bring your head more over your hips. Otherwise, you can take it up, reaching up, breathing, keep the lungs open. Make sure you keep breathing here, legs are activated. And then come back, so your head is over your hips, and then release down. So let's get into some twisting and more dynamic stretching here. Stepping the feet wider than hip distance apart, and just begin swinging the arms and just kind of letting them wrap around your body with momentum. So just kind of letting your arms be lazy here, and just using the power of your torso to twist. So kind of a passive stretch a little bit. Should feel that twist across the body. Okay, couple more. All right, and then releasing, going into leg swings next. So the right leg is going to swing back and forth. And you can swing your arms as you are swinging your legs too. If you feel a little off balance, go ahead and hold onto a chair, back of a chair, as you're swinging your leg. So again, just kind of getting the hip activated, getting your glutes activated here, getting ready for the hip portion of the class. And if you feel comfortable enough, then do what I'm doing. Just kind of swinging the arms, just kind of getting the heart rate up there a little bit more as well. Okay, and we'll go to the other side. Switching to left side and doing the same thing. Just kind of swinging back and forth. Or if you feel more comfortable, hold on to the back of the chair and swinging. I'm just going to turn around to the side. So just going as far back as possible and going as far forward in your own range of motion here. Breathing, keep those lungs open. Try to keep your posture lifted, straight. Okay, doing knee up rotation next. So right knee is coming up, out, and down. So you can touch the floor, or you can just kind of keep that right leg lifted, but you're lowering it, coming down, then lifting up. So up, going out, and down. And again, feel free to hold on to something here. A little bit of balancy. Okay, and then other side, left side, same thing. high as you can. So again, you're just in range of motion, coming up and then down. And I'm going quite fast here, but you can go slower than this. Should start feeling this hip flexors, outer hip. You'll feel your stabilizer muscles on your right leg fire up as well. Okay, that's it. You're down, back to just kind of twisting from side to side with your arms. Lungs open. Okay, and we'll get into toe touch kicks right about now. So we're just going to straighten one leg and reaching opposite hand to opposite foot. Don't worry about if you can't reach your foot. You're just kicking and reaching. And you're just trying to stand up straight as you're doing this as well. Okay, and then moving, last one here, to a butt kicker's arm swing. So the knee is going to bend back here, so you're drawing your heel towards your bum, and then you're opening and closing the arms. So right over left, left over right. Try to rotate the palms open towards the ceiling as you open your arms. Okay, and then we'll just do a quick quad stretch here. Let's go to the right side first. Go ahead and grab onto your right foot. Just on the outer side of your foot, try to grab the top of your foot or ankle. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go, switch. Holding, breathing, try to drop the knee down, try to draw that heel. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then just release. Okay, again, shake it out a little bit, twist it out. We'll get right into our Tabata. So like I said, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, only 5 seconds rest in between each round. It's going to go in an AABB pattern. So there's 2 different exercises per Tabata workout. And then it's going to end off in a cardio exercise straight through for 40 seconds. So our first exercise is back to back, squat jump, and a single leg kick, and plank ankle to wrist. So basically kind of doing pigeon planking, and I'll show you what that means. So our squat jump single leg kick is just basically your hip distance apart, you're jumping, squat jumping, and then kicking. So doing a kind of a snap kick with your right leg, and then squat jump, and then snap kick with your left leg. If you don't want to do a snap kick, or if that feels weird on your leg, just lift your knee up and then step back down. If you don't want any impact, you're just doing a squat, lift a knee. Doing squat, lift a knee. Squat, lift a knee. Okay, if you want the high impact, do a squat jump, kick leg, alternating ways. Okay, that's going to go AA. So we're going to go 20 times 2 of those, and then we're going to do plank. So you're going to be in a plank position, and then you try to draw your ankle like you're going to go into a pigeon pose. So your right ankle is coming towards your left wrist, and then stepping back. And then your left ankle is coming to your right wrist, and then stepping back. And then you're going to do a push-up. So you can drop your knees down to the floor, and then come back to the plank pose. Doing that ankle over to the other side, ankle over to the other side, do a push-up. You can do this with your hands elevated on a block, or if you have a stool, so up even this high, and you would be in the plank pose, but hands elevated just to take the weight off your wrist. You can do the same thing, lifting your foot through, do a little push-up, and then repeat, okay? The cardio exercise for 40 seconds is going to be skater touchdown. So you're starting in this single leg squat position. My left knee is bent, my right leg is straight. My right hand is coming down to the left foot, and then I'm just mirroring that. So switch, jump switching to the other side, back and forth, kind of like you're skating on the mat, okay? So let's get into it for our Tabata. So starting with a squat jump, single leg, starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1. So go for it, squat and kick. So 20 seconds does go by quick, especially if you're used to these classes where we're doing 50 seconds on. It's gonna go by super quick for you. Okay, going one more round of that, alternating legs. Squat, kick. Trying to do a flying jump kick here. 5. Okay, come on down to the plank position. We're doing 2 rounds of this, and then we're going to the other side. So go for it. Ankle to wrist, push up. So I'm doing the push-ups from my toes, but you can definitely drop your knees. Okay, that's rest. And go. Another 20 seconds. You are trying to do as many reps as possible in your 20 seconds. Okay, coming back up to the top to those squat, jump, and kick. So 2 rounds of this. Three. Okay, one more round of that. And then 2 more rounds of the plank. Like I said, if you don't want that high impact, then you're just squatting, kicking. Squat, kick. Okay, come down to the plank. 2 more rounds and then we're done the Tabata. Try to get that ankle as close as you can to your wrist. Okay, rest. Last round. Go. That's it. Okay, 5 seconds and we're on to the skater touchdowns here to end off the Tabata. Go for it. So I'm trying to get down nice and low. Sit down nice and low, touching the floor. You can do this, so without adding that hop, and just sit down, sink down. One leg is straight, the other is bent. If you want to add that cardio, do that jump switch. Pick it up, pick up the pace. Chest lifted, back straight. That's it. So that's our first round. Not repeating any exercises here, so we're going on to the next round with 2 different exercises for Tabata, and a new cardio exercise as well. Okay, so adding a little bit more intensity into this. So we're doing a split jump burpee, basically a one-legged burpee. And that's going to look like this. So you're going to do like your standing splits. Your right leg's going to come back, touch the floor, jump back with the left leg, jump forward with the left leg, and then switch. Switch at the top. And then your left leg comes back, So you're just coming forward and then switch, okay? So as best as you can, I know it's kind of bouncy and kind of tricky. If you can't do that jump switch at the top, that is hard. So you can just put your foot down, lift up the other leg. Do it nice and slow, okay? Then we are keeping with that theme of balancing, going tree and rainbow arms, as I call it. So we are going to tree. We're going to go on the left side first. So right leg comes in. You can go down to here in the calf. So point is to stay balanced in your legs, and we are waving the arms vigorously, doing hey-ho over top of the body, okay? You're trying to throw yourself off balance basically with the arms, and trying to just keep your body as still as possible while doing this dynamic movement with the arms. We're going left side and then right side. For the cardio, we are going to do a rotational lunge. So you're just going to step forward with the right leg, and then take your arms over to the side, and then switch over to the side. So we're just going to kind of have almost like you're holding a ball. So kind of open arms here, but kind of stiff a little bit. So you're engaged core, and you're getting this rotation. You'll feel that in your core as you twist. You're twisting over the bent front leg. Okay, so you're twisting that side. So it's looking like this. So you're just picking up the pace, switching from side to side, not jumping, just doing a fast switch from side to side. If it feels like it's too much to do that rotation, just do the fast switch, lunging, step back lunge, or step forward lunge. Okay, let's get ready to it. 5 seconds to get ready. We're doing standing split burpees. And go. So jump forward and then jump switch. Okay, rest and go. So no push up, you're just stepping your back leg back, and then forward, and then switching at the top. Go. Okay, now we're going on into the tree. Get yourself in tree pose, and then go for it. So arms over top, and you're just waving your arms. Try to stay still in your lower body as best as you can. Okay, give yourself rest, or you can stay in tree pose. We're going to the other side. So we'll do one side and the other. Okay, after this round, we're getting back into the standing split burpees. Keep waving. Try to purposely throw yourself off, and then try to catch yourself. Okay, that's it. Going back into the standing split burpees. 2, 1, go. So it doesn't matter how you do it, just try and be on a single leg. Okay, that's it of that round. Doing one more round. 2, 1. Your leg that's up doesn't have to be straight, as long as it's just off the floor. Okay, back to tree. Pick a side and start waving those arms. So like I said, you can bring your foot into your calf if you're not very practiced in tree, but try to be on one leg. Okay, freestanding one leg, that's break, go to the other side, and go. Try not to use anything to hold you up, because once you start using something to hold you up, your body stops learning how to activate those stabilizer muscles. So falling out is actually very beneficial. Okay, that is it. Okay, into our cardio exercise here, which is, I forget already, rotational lunge. So stepping, and then just with wide arms, I'm stepping back and I'm coming down. So if you want to go down lower, tap your knee down. Exhaling when I'm twisting. Okay, that's it. Okay, shake it out. That's the end of that second round of Tabata. Good job, everyone. Have a drink. All right. So next is some more core and glutes. Starting with the dolphin plank step out. So you're on your forearms. So try to be in a plank pose, not up here. Don't stick your bum up in the air. Try to be down low. If you can't, so if you don't have the strength to be down low, drop your knees down to the floor, but keep your abs off the floor. Don't sink. Try to keep a neutral spine, but your knees just shorten your lever, and that's completely fine. I'd rather you do that than stick your bum up in the air or kind of have an extended lumbar spine. So you want to keep a neutral spine as best as you can. When you are here, you are stepping out to the side. So as far as you can in your range of motion. If it's here, just a little step, quick steps, that's fine. You're trying to keep your upper body, most of your body stable and engaged, and then it's your legs that are doing a lot of the work, okay? That is the first two rounds, and then we are using a block to do a bridge raise. So I'm gonna use a block, but you don't have to. It's just gonna add a little bit more range of motion in your back. So left foot on the block, right leg is up, and you're just reaching up and then dropping down. Reaching up, dropping down. So we're gonna do the left leg on the block twice through, and then we'll do the right leg on the second round, come around. The cardio move is going to be plank jack burpee. So it's jumping back to plank, jumping out to a kind of a jump jack, and then jumping forward, and then doing a jump jack at the top. So plank jack, and then jump jack at the top. Okay, 5 seconds to get ready. Dolphin plank step outs. So come down onto your forearms, and go. So stepping out to the side. Again, just be mindful of trying to keep a neutral spine, core engaged, and doing those step outs. You should feel that in your obliques and your outer hips. If you do, that's working. Okay, break. 2, 1. So not a ton of break in those 5 seconds, as you may have noticed, but we are powering through everything. Make a good time. Okay, the bridge is next. All right. So left foot on the block, or just left foot on the floor. Right leg up, go. Reaching, coming down. Reaching up, coming down. So I'm pushing, I'm trying to roll right up onto my triceps and shoulders, and then release down. Engage, exhale, and then inhale when you release. So exhale, push through the leg. Okay, that's break. Same leg, don't change it. Go for it. Reach up, look up. Try to look up and touch your foot to the ceiling. So reaching up high to that ceiling. Push down into your left foot. to the dolphin plank, back around. So go for it, tapping out to the side, tap, tap. So with your knees onto the floor, you can still do the tap, tap, okay? 2, 1. Break. 3, 2, 1. Go. Check in with your form. Make sure your butt's not up in the air. Down neutral. 2, 1. Okay, and then to the right side. Right foot is going to be on the floor or on your block. Go for it. Reach up with your left leg. Push and reach. Squeeze at the top. Not a lot of time for this move. I'd actually like to give a lot of time for these kind of isolating moves. Okay, let's break. That's why we're just doing double on the side to really burn up the muscle. Exhale, down. Exhale, push. Inhale, down. All right, that's it. Okay, now for our plank jack burpees. Go for it. So jump back, do a plank or do a jack at the back, jack at the top. You can do a star jump if you want to, so come here, do a star jump. If you want more cardio. Or do a jump jack, then do a star jump. Change it up, run in place. If you don't want to do any burpees tonight, do high knees, do squat jumps, that's it. These cardio moves are just suggestions. If you can find something that works better for you, then definitely do that. If squatting like this gets your heart rate up, then do that for your cardio move. I like variation, but if you're beginning, then you need to do something that's going to work for you, but still get the heart rate up, kind of finding that balance between being challenging enough, but not so challenging that it's going to turn you off, okay? You gotta be able to want to do it. All right. So next is low cobra elbow flies. We're going to work the upper back and then some abs. So just sit up rope climb. So you're on your belly to do an elbow fly. So low cobra and arms out like cactus, so 90 degrees. And then we're just reaching up. So try to lift those elbows and kind of squeeze your shoulder blades as we lift an extension. Okay, don't lift your feet up off the floor. Don't worry about your low back. Just working on the upper back. So if possible, point your toes. Try to really stretch and press your toes to the floor as you lift an extension. Then the sit-up rope climb. You are just sitting, leaning back like Navasana and reaching up for that invisible rope. And the more lean back you are, the more intense it'll be. Or you can lift your feet up off the floor and do your sit-up rope climb that way. For the cardio, we are going back to the skater touchdowns. So here, back and forth. Okay, so 5 seconds to get ready. Come down onto your belly. Okay, and again, just focusing on form. Lift and squeeze. Come back up. Inhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Try to lift those elbows up. Keep your feet pressed to the floor if possible. Okay, that's break. You can take neutral spine. You can kind of stay in a sphinx pose. Go for it. your elbows, focusing on lifting and pulling those shoulder blades together and down your back. Okay, sit-up rope climb is next. Spin around, come on your seat, and climb. So with these Tabatas, definitely try to do the hardest version you can because it's not that much time. So you really want to try and do as many reps as possible. Burn yourself out. Okay, break. And because then you get a break right away. Okay, go for it. You're trying to squeeze abs, going to lean back. Reaching, that reaching action with the arms as well. 4. Okay, spin around. Come onto your belly for the elbow flies, ×2. Go for it. Inhale, exhale. If anything, just focus on your breath. Okay, break. And again, you can just stretch it out if that feels good. Go for it. Lift those elbows up nice and high. All right. Come around. Set rope climb ×2. Reach. Okay, and one more round, and then we're done the Tabata, and then we're going to skater touchdowns. Try to reach up nice and high. Almost there. 5, 3, 2. All right. Skater touchdowns. 3, 2, go. Sinking back. Down nice and low. Pick up the pace if you can. 15 seconds. Four. All right. Good job. We have one more to go. One more round. All right. We have some more balancey stuff. Bird dog. Kicks. Side kicks. So on tabletop, into tabletop position, going to bird dog. So left leg and right arm, and we're going out to the side and forward. Just turn around the other side. So reaching out and just trying to do this. So again, it's kind of that same idea where you try to throw yourself off balance and then retain that stability. So throw yourself off balance and then quickly retain stability, going back and forth. And then we have surfer get up. So some cardio and some strength. So jumping back, reaching to Superman, coming forward, and kind of hopping up into that warrior stance, reaching up through your arms, and then coming down, lower to Superman, and then popping up to the other side. Okay, that's 420. So you won't be getting a lot of moves because, again, that does take up a lot of time, and 20 seconds isn't a lot of time to do those, but try to do as many as you can. So let's get to bird dog side kicks, and we're going to do the one side first. So we'll do the right arm and left leg first, and then we'll do the left leg or the left arm and the right leg on the second round. Okay, so 5 seconds to get ready. Let's do right arm, left leg, bird dog. Okay, and now we're going out to the side and coming forward. So throw yourself off to the side and then reach back to center. Okay, rest. Same side. Right arm, left leg. Go for it. So you should feel that in your outer left hip. Feel that in your shoulder. Feel that in your core. Okay, and now we're going to surfer get-ups. So get back, reach, and then come up, reach. Okay, let's break. Try to start at the top again. Go back. Okay, I'm going to the bird dog here. So it's going to be left arm and right leg. Okay. Again, just try and get range of motion of a break. Same side, left arm, right leg. And it may not look perfect, but that's completely fine as well. Again, kind of all about feel. You're just trying to challenge yourself. Okay, surfer burpees, 2 rounds. We're going into those rotational lunges after, like we did before. So rotational step up lunges. Okay, let's break. 1 more round. Okay, go for it. Five seconds. All right. Okay, rotational lunges. Just like we did before. Step back and rotate. Then if you want to go a little bit deeper, tap that back knee down to the floor. And just kind of imagine that stiff kind of upper body. Trying to hold your arms out from your shoulders. Trying to stay relaxed in your shoulders. Five seconds. That's it. Good job. That's it. High fives. And so let's take some water. And come to the top of your mat when you are ready. So just doing cool down, sweeping arms up, and then bending forward and sweeping arms down. just whenever you're ready, joining in, and we'll do that stretch, cool down, just some yoga and then shavasana. All right, down, and then reaching up, going a little bit deeper of a reach here, grabbing onto the top of the elbow here on that right arm, and then just lifting from there and pulling up that shoulder, and then pulling, leaning it back just slightly, and you're going over to the left side with that right arm, and then coming back to center and switching. So just grabbing above the elbow, up, and then over, slightly back, breathing into that stretch. And come back to center. Take the hands back behind you, clasping your fingers. Pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bow forward. And rise up, reach up. Inhale, and then exhale. We're going to step the right foot back. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Reach up for crescent lunge. Twist to the left. Take your right arm forward, left arm back. Breathing deep. Plant your right hand down to the floor. Lift your left arm up. Lift your right knee up off the floor. Bend into your left elbow now and bring the arm behind your back. So rotating that shoulder. And just breathing. So your back hand here kind of down, hanging beside your right hip. Squeezing through the right leg. Right glute is engaged, so you're just kind of squeezing that. Trying to open that shoulder. Okay, let that shoulder go, so the arm's going to straighten up overhead. Come down, back knee down to the floor. Straighten out there the front leg and lift your toes. So you can sit back on the back heel there if you want to, or maybe you're up here. Depends on how that right knee feels right now. Grab onto your toes and try to pull the toes back, kind of forcing your foot into a bit of more flexion. And then focus more on the inner arch of your foot. Pull that more in towards you. And then your pinky toe side, outer edge, pull that more in towards you. So that means you're pushing your big toe forward, away from you. Heel is just digging into the ground here. Let that go. Rock forward. Step back into plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. So lift into up dog or cobra, and then slowly look over your left shoulder. And then come back to center, and then slowly look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Come back to downward facing dog. In down dog, turn your feet to pigeon toe. So toes are pointing towards each other and your heels are away from each other. And then try to walk your feet back a little bit more so that your heels are just barely touching the floor. So if your heels easily touch the floor, just widen your stance, walk your hands forward or walk your feet back. Okay? Now really try to reach your heels though to the floor. So just try to give yourself just something to reach in towards. Some space to feel. Okay, and now going duck foot. So heels in, toes are turned out. In down dog. And same thing here, just widen your down dog stance, walk your hands forward or feet back if your heels easily touch the floor. So keep pushing through your hands to drive back, through the legs, through the heels. And then point toes forward, step your right foot forward. Left knee down and reach up with the arms. Okay, twisting to your right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Reaching through the arms. Bring that left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm up. Lift your left knee up off the floor, then bend into your right arm and take that hand back behind you. So just kind of reaching to your left hip here. Keep activating your left leg, your left glutes. All right, letting that go, let the arm just slowly go and come down. Okay, bring your back knee down to the floor and then straighten out through your right leg. Okay, go into that half monkey split, lift your toes up and see if you can grab onto them if possible. You can be up here and still grab onto them. You don't have to sit on your back heel if you don't want to. So just, again, kind of forcing that flexed foot, feeling that stretch all throughout the calf, feeling back the knee, hamstring. Okay, let's work on the inner arch. So pulling the inner arch, the big toe, and that pinky toe is reaching away. Breathe into it. Just make sure those exhales are coming out nice and long, smooth exhales. Just trying to relax into the stretch. And then other side. So pinky toe side, pushing that big toe mound away. And then letting that go. Okay, come on forward, back into lunge, step back into plank pose, lower through chaturanga. Okay, so lift into up dog or cobra, slowly look over your right shoulder. Keep lifted in your chest. And then slowly look over your left shoulder. And then come back to center. Then lift up to the knees, walk your knees in, and then come back and sit onto your heels. Okay, going either into a camel pose from here or reclined hero's pose. So if you're fine sitting on your heels, then you're walking back. As a modification, you can sit on a block. So you just be sitting on blocks or double blocks. And that may take some compression out of your knees. If your knees feel like that's too much flexion to go into, then you need to lift your seat. But then you may still be able to come back with an elevated seat. Okay? So try that if this pose, you know that this pose always bugs you, kind of leaning back. So it does put a lot of flexion in the knees. That's not necessarily bad, but if you do have any injury, then it may be prohibitive. So again, everyone's going to be different in this pose. Some people may go back all the way to thunderbolt pose. Excellent stretch for the quadriceps. Your knees are a little bit wide. My heels, ankles are beside my hips, and I'm walking down, so you can come down to your elbows, or maybe lying down flat all the way, maybe reaching overhead. So definitely targeting the hip flexors and quadriceps. And if you know that that's too much, then again, you're just here, you're reaching back. Maybe you just choose to go into camel pose for that extension of the hips and your upper body. So you're up here, and that's completely fine too. Maybe you're just into full camel pose, reaching back to your heels. So choose a position. I'm just gonna stick with camel pose because I'm up here, but if you're in thunderbolt, keep staying there. Keep holding and breathing wherever you are. Pressing your hips forward in camel if you're in camel. Driving your hips forward. One more breath. Okay, and then everyone, you just start to come out, lift through the chest, and just slowly rise up. So from, if you're in hero or thunderbolt pose, come up to this point here, and then we'll all come down forward and drop the elbows to the floor. So coming into what's called, I call it mini cat pose. So you're in a little tabletop pose, and you're moving around in a circle motion. So getting your back just kind of release as you're twisting side to side, pulling your hips back from side to side, and also just opening the shoulders and getting your shoulders a little more mobile as well. And just moving forward and back now, forward into the hips, and then forward or back into the hips, and then forward into the shoulders. All right, and then walk yourself back up, spin around so that you're on your seat. Okay, again with that theme of back bending, we're gonna go into joy pose. So right leg is extended, your left foot is coming into your inner right thigh. Take your left hand back behind you, and then we're going to, with the right arm, you're just going to lift it, sweep across, and reach up, and then bring it back down, and then look over to the other side, and then one more time, coming up, and then down, and then this last time we are going to hold it. So, and around, and let's hold that big stretch, press, reach through your right leg, maybe tip your head back. We enjoy that side stretch, that shoulder stretch being kind of more passive, and take it all the way down. From here, we're just going to go right into a forward fold over that right leg. So just reaching on down, bowing the head, reaching for the foot if you wish to. If you want to hold your left hand on your left knee, and then your right hand on your right leg, that's fine too, because that's another way of doing that, especially if your knee, tight hips and your knees kind of always pop up there. Just adding a little bit of weight just to help with that stretch is perfectly fine. It's just giving you a little more of an active type of stretch. Yeah, as long as you're not being aggressive about it and holding your breath, then you're probably moving towards a good stretch. Should always feel good in your body, even if it does feel like it's a little uncomfortable. It should never feel like you're moving towards pain. You're just kind of moving towards, oh, there's a stiff muscle, and you're just trying to work on expanding and believing that you can expand and open to release that muscle. So we're going to release from here, and then come on up, switch sides. The right leg is bent and your left leg is straight. We'll go to joy pose right away. So the right hand's going to come back behind you, and then we'll just do those two movements first, just to kind of get the flow of it, with your left arm coming around and then sweeping up, stretch, and then bring your seat back down. Kind of reach over to the left, and then spin, and then bring it down. And then this last one will hold, and push through your bottom arm there, so through your right arm, left arm overhead, passive, breathing into the belly, and releasing down. Bending forward over the left leg now. Slowly come on up. Releasing from here, we're going to come back onto the back. So make sure there's space back behind you. Grab onto the backs of the knees. Rolling like a ball. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll forward. So you can rock right up onto the sit bones if you want to, or just take the little rocking motion. Right, you're just kind of giving yourself a bit of a massage as you're doing this. So you want this to kind of be more comfortable than painful as we start winding down. So ending up in happy baby pose, so you're coming onto your back, you're grabbing onto the backs, or to your knees, to your inner shins, or grabbing onto your feet. So those knees are nice and wide. And then with that, you are rocking right and left, kind of side to side. And try to work on getting your tailbone dropping down, trying to find your low back, pulling down towards the floor as well. Breathing. Here's a good time to just, I'm going to take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the mouth. Side out. All right, so from here, we'll bring the feet onto the floor and we'll do a figure four. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Lift up through the left knee and thread the needle, grab onto the back of the hamstrings there on the left side, or clasp your fingers across the front of the shin, or just kind of the bottom of the knee there, and bottom of the kneecap. So you can also use a wall and prop your left foot up on the wall and hold it here. If you are here and you feel the stretch without even pulling that leg up, then this is where you're just going to hang out, trying to breathe into your back and enjoy the stretch. Okay, so breathing deep, maybe letting your eyes close here. Alright, so releasing, and we'll twist to the right. So you can keep that same shape in your legs if you want to. Take your arms out to a T, and then your legs just fall over to the left side. And then your legs can end up in a twisted position. So if that feels fine and you're used to that, then go ahead and stay here. If you want to, and if it doesn't feel that good, then you're stacking your knees over top of each other, and your knees are just kind of straight out from your hips, or even lower if you feel like it's too much. So the lower your knees go down from your hips, the less intensity you'll feel in the twist. And the higher, the more intensity. So just choosing your own adventure here. And your right arm is just reaching out to your right side to open up that chest, open up the bicep, shoulder, maybe rocking your head from side to side, or maybe your head tilts so you're looking over your right shoulder just to get that little bit more of a neck stretch. Alright, slowly come out. Come on back to center, give yourself a hug, wrap up, bring your head in, squeeze. Then release. Okay, switch sides so that left ankle is on your right knee. Lift up and thread your needle. Breathing deep. Try to keep your head on the floor and keep a neutral spine. Concentrate on those exhales. Maybe breathing out through the mouth to help your hips relax a little bit more. Alright, and then releasing. And let's take those legs over to the right side. So again, your double twist, or doing whatever you did on the other side as far as this twist variation. Head tilting over to the left. Breathe nice and smoothly, taking long breaths in, long deep breaths out. In and out through the nose. Begin to wind down kind of entering into that shavasana state of mind. Alright, so slowly coming out and back into neutral spine here. Tuck your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And then go ahead and release. So bring your feet onto the floor, knees are bent, and let's do some windshield wipers, rocking the knees from side to side. Arms are nice and open up to your sides. Maybe having your feet nice and wide as well. So taking some good twisting motions through the body. You should feel that right across the body, pretty much from the shoulder to your hip. Heavy arms, just really letting your arms sink down. Head, arms. Alright, and then slow it all the way down. So next is moving into shavasana. So you can straighten one leg at a time and get comfortable. Open the feet out to the sides and arms just taking up space. So if it feels good, just stretching your arms wide open, then go ahead. Otherwise, just bringing your arms in more neutral alongside your body, but turning the palms open towards the ceiling. So check in with your head. Try to have a neutral head position as well. And begin taking some deep breaths in and out through the nose. So start by taking a deep breath in through the nose. You're feeling the lungs, feeling the belly, sides of the body, taking just the biggest breath you have yet. And then a long, long exhale and a smooth exhale out through the mouth or out through the nose again. And just really enjoy that exhale and watch it all go away. So feeling your body sink down, feeling your rib cage pull in and contract, and low back also pull down to the floor with that exhale. So notice all the sensations that surround that exhale. And then do that a couple more times. Notice the sensations that surround the inhale, kind of the contraction of the muscles you feel, kind of the tense feeling that you feel when you inhale so much. And then finding that release right after that, and taking that big inhale in and then the whole releasing action of the exhale, calming, soothing, and feeling heavy, and just feeling that sense of feeling of letting go. Along with those exhales, just letting the shoulders sink further. And feeling your heels sink into the floor, backs of knees, backs of thighs. Completely relaxing your glute muscles, any gripping of the tailbone and the glute muscles, and in and around the low back, just letting that go. Soften. Just soften through your mid-back, your upper back. Feel your shoulder blades melt down a little bit more. Kind of sinking through the shoulders, the backs of the arms, and the backs of the hands. Bring your attention back up to the neck, the sides of the neck, releasing, back of neck, releasing the head, letting your head be heavy and fully supported by the mat and by the earth. Bring your attention right up to the crown of the head, feeling lightness around the crown of the head. And soften the forehead and the hairline. Think of all the lines smoothing out, all around the forehead and around the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth. Let the eyelids feel heavy. Let the temples begin to soften even more. Completely relax the jaw muscles. Letting the tongue go completely relaxed and still. Soften further through the throat, your collarbones, your chest, and your abdomen. You're feeling your whole body relax and breathing together. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Some sound coming through in your breath, and just enjoy the state of mind right here, the state of your body. Enjoy the heaviness. Enjoy just kind of being lazy and moving the fingers around. Really taking your time to reawaken right here. Making those little movements through the fingers, through the toes, almost like you're just trying to figure out how the body works again. So you're starting off small, moving into your wrists, then checking in with your ankles, your knees, shoulders. Maybe you end up reaching for a morning stretch. Always feels good, just giving your body a really long and relaxed stretch in the sidelines of the body. Get the oxygen flowing back into the body as well. Take some long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Ending up maybe in windshield wipers again, or adding in any kind of stretch that feels good in your body. Again, you're moving intuitively. Maybe stretching out through the jaw in lion's breath stretch. So you're just basically opening your mouth really wide, sticking your tongue out. Always feels good too. Release tension from your face. Alright, so rolling or rocking over into your right side. And then making your way up to seated from there. So, namaste everybody, and thanks for joining me on this Wednesday evening. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it if you like it, and also check out other videos on this Facebook page or on Melissa Shippey's YouTube page. Yeah, I think that's about it. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys on Monday for Vinyasa Flow Yoga. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.